Hello everybody, this is Simon.
And I'm Ragny.
And we've got the final episode of Mega Man Zero here with the hard mode run. 100 points. Maybe. Don't know yet. But I sure hope that you were able to pull it off.
I'm fairly sure, fairly certain that's the right file this time.
I was just trying to make it a little suspenseful, but okay. This probably wasn't all that easy, was it?
There's an issue with the first times I tried. You have a very strict 10-minute time limit, which isn't that much of a problem on normal, because on normal you have the boss weaknesses and you can charge your weapons to use them. Not so much on hard.
Excuse me if I'm just a little impressed by all your triple rod usage here. That is very cool.
Yes.
It looks incredibly smooth.
It's not. I had to use a trick to get under 10 minutes though, and it's not really the triple rod use. You might have noticed something in the way I fought this boss. I'm gonna do it with this one too.
The small sword slashes, which don't trigger invincibility frames.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that these are very important to actually doing it properly, like in hard mode. I sometimes use them, but I find it very, very hard and risky to do against most bosses. Not against Blizzard.
I never really realized that happened with these specific slashes until I had to do this.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch all of my videos then?
Look, nope. I played this game a lot, alright? I don't need to watch somebody else play it.
It's okay, it was just joking. But yeah, definitely helps a lot. At least against a few of them. So
yeah, I'm gonna work on this one.
Definitely. But it was enough to push you over the top then.
Yes. Especially against the Guardians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these offer a lot of opportunities, especially even the harder ones like Fafnir. Probably not Leviathan.
Oh, you'd be surprised!
Okay, I'm going to be surprised. We're going to see.
I think Leviathan actually gave me the most opportunities to do that.
Wow, okay. I only... I think I did it once or twice, but only in specific positions. Maybe you goaded her into them. I've always been pretty bad at manipulating her, but let's focus on the task at hand. This guy here, sadly enough, will always be a big-time Zingra.
Yeah.
You can't do much against his attacks, and you have to let him play out a lot of them. But fortunately it's done now. I think he's a relatively uninteresting boss all in all.
I don't know, I'm alright with it.
It isn't like it's not terrible, but in comparison... Anubis too, he has just like these big phases where you're doing nothing, and in comparison to other bosses where you're just jumping around all the time, like for example, what is he called? Herculeus Ancortus. He's a very active boss. He's relatively easy, but you have to keep moving all the time. I don't like that. You're just standing here at the moment. But yeah, every time I see the triple rod, I'm fascinated by how good it can actually be, especially if you can pull off the pogo stick.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I kind of show off near the end, which cost me a few tries that I could have avoided.
But yeah, it's pretty early.
I think it's worth it. You're gonna see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Full of tension right now, but sadly enough you have to outwait this phase. This is mostly what I meant with pacing inside the boss fight is kind of off.
Yeah, not the most fascinating one.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that pogo thing against the zombies, pretty cool. I cannot reliably do stuff like that, for example, because first of all, it's not even easy on console, but with an Xbox 360 D-pad. I don't know what you're using.
I'm using a DualShock controller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking of getting a PS3 one too. It should be easier, but better.
The cross is much better than a 360.
I heard that.
Cross.
This is a shortcut route, by the way. I don't think I showed off the inside of it in the normal run. It just gives you a full health, which is not that needed in my opinion, and an extra life. So, the hardest boss?
Who? Him?
Yeah, no,
That
I
guy?
think...
No, not really.
Not really, no. I think I was even able to cheese him with the shield boomerang once. Like, charge up the shield boomerang and he does his shtick long enough to even allow you to do it with the shield boomerang. But you have to hit him on the downswing, which is not consistent, so I didn't show it off in the LP. But he's hilariously easy to control, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of improved him in the second game.
Yeah, it's far,
He's got
far
a
better.
few more moves, a bit more unpredictable. Wasn't really that much of a challenge though.
Yeah, but I'm very fine with this fight in the second. Here it's just an absolute chirp because he always does the same thing. And yeah, we could see the effects, but for that, yes, the sword slash, it's very, very important. If you're still doing jump slashes against this, it will elongate the battle a lot. Though the same is true for the triple rod triple combo, which is also good, but you cannot use it here because hard mode.
Yep. No combo for you. Here's another time sinker.
Definitely. At least you can relatively consistently hit him while he's doing it. As I've already mentioned in the LP, I'm not too fond of using the sword against him because I tend to have the large hitbox hit him, but you show how to do it correctly, have to jump very high and hit him on the downswing. Yeah.
That helps, touching only him.
Yeah. I used the triple rod for him. I don't think it costs too much damage, but I think one slice maybe each, so in the end you have to use every second, I guess.
I'm also very glad he didn't do his super attack, because that would have been another time sinker.
Definitely. Against that I just usually fire blindly with the buster in the air. It usually helps, but it is 100% luck based, and if the X kill doesn't trigger, you saved about a minute at least.
Prepare to be amazed.
Okay. Oh wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
nice.
Huge opportunities.
Nice. But it's interesting, I wouldn't have thought of that, because the triple rod did trigger invincibility against the newbies when you were using it upwards.
I was slightly jumping, I think.
Maybe the jump. Strange, because it shouldn't matter.
When you do a slash and you jump,
yes,
it does trigger invincibility.
We just saw it. It's strange because it doesn't deal more damage and it hasn't got a different animation or anything. But yeah, if you're just standing still. But it's like with the sword. If you're running with the sword and slashing, I think it also triggers invincibility. Though you would usually never do that.
I'm not entirely sure if this is intentional or not, because in the second one they removed that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe a strange bug in the system.
I think it's an oversight, like there's no invincibility because when you do the triple slash combo in normal,
then it also has to have no invincibility.
Yeah.
Or the triple slash sword, which you cannot start from a running start. So it's probably just the way the hard mode works. They didn't think of removing it because in normal, if you do slash, you will always do a combo after all.
Yeah.
And that is that starts from a few minutes of gameplay, and so.
I'm really glad Phantom and the other guy didn't do their super attacks, because even with my tactic, if they do it a couple times, it's dead. Like my time is down the shitter.
Ah damn, do you really have to farm enemies at the end here?
A couple, I don't think you have to farm a lot, but I tend to not
to be on the safe
risk.
side, but you do have to farm at least a little.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure I had one run where I didn't farm anything. I had like I still had to kill 2 more enemies.
Damn. And yeah, better safe than sorry. If you have enough time because they didn't use the X kills, then it's probably a pretty good idea. But in general, would you say the last part is a huge danger to get hit on? Because I would be terrified of that.
Do you mean the boss or just that corridor?
That corridor before the boss.
Yeah, I kinda... Maybe you saw that I was being more careful in that corridor than the other ones?
a little more, but on the other hand, you're far more reckless than I am usually, so...
It's also like the tension of being that far in the level and not wanting to fuck up.
Definitely.
This guy, the tactic of using the no invincibility flash, not gonna work, because he moves all the time.
No dice here. Maybe when he's falling down from an air shot, but
I tried everything. There's not a single opportunity to do it.
Okay. And definitely not safe. X-Kill. He just replenishes 1 health bar.
Thing is, I think every time you slash him, he also like backs away. He never stays still.
Yeah, it is pretty hard. In the normal video, I was triple rodding him, and it worked relatively well. But yes, he is definitely trying to get away. It is a really well done boss, and he
Also,
definitely knows how to continue.
You're gonna see soon the only time in the video where I get hit.
Okay. Is it ice? Oh yes.
I fucking hate this thing.
Ah fuck! Ice is so hard to dodge. Yes, I feel you. But yeah, final phase. Probably like trembling with anticipation.
Final phase, not as hard as the first one in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I guess it is not as hard, but...
It's more predictable. Like, some of these attacks
frantic.
might be hard to dodge, but once you got it, and there's not a single one of them that's not telegraphed.
Alright, triple rod from below, I should have thought of that one too. Yeah, the biggest problem I have is the huge laser barrage with the hands, because I think the telegraphing is a little short. Oh, this is this X-Kill, right? I remember that. I have only seen it once before. The jumping pillars.
Yeah, if there's one attack that gets me sometimes, it's the laser barrage.
Yeah, this one. So is the X-Kill hard to dodge?
Not really. If you're careful, you shouldn't get hit by it. Just don't move all around, because the circles are just gonna follow you.
Close. Sorry.
Yeah, a bit.
But does he use it whenever he uses the circles? Yes. That makes the circles suddenly a huge pain. Wow.
Yeah, you see, I moved a bit too much. What you have to do is just move a tiny bit to the side.
Nice.
So that the circle doesn't touch you.
Yeah. You have to be very restrictive in your movement, yeah.
And I decided to finish him off with the rod just to show off.
Yeah, well, definitely. What else? But yeah, fantastic showing. Really good. Thank you very much for doing that.
You're welcome.
So I guess this is around where I cut to the ending screen, and another opportunity for me to thank all of you for watching and your attention, and again, thank you for doing this, Ragny.
You're welcome. Just so you know that there's already like 3/4 of 02 recorded. Because I have nothing to do with my days, apparently.
Okay, well, we're going to see when I get around to that myself. See you guys.